Hi there. I'm Suzanne Alexandria, and it's so nice to be with you here. Um, I just have a short, I'll call it, a short little tidbit that just came out of a session that I did that I wanted to share because it's fascinating. So it'll just take a few minutes to describe. So it's about the dark, like dark energy, dark arts, dark entities, darkness, like that. There was a time when I had teachers that taught me how to do really good clearings of entities and the dark. And for a while, I thought, oh, thought that was going to be my career for some time because I was really good at it and had lots of experience until the Blessed Mother Mary came through in a channel and said, "Beloved, you don't have to just focus on that." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I took a turn and said, "Okay, yeah, show me what else there is." And now it's not even part of my reality whatsoever. And so, one of the things that I did was shift my perception. That's kind of all that happened. I know there was divine intervention as far as helping me rewire my thinking and my thinking brain, and even probably some of my neural pathways from being extrasensory in terms of that kind of thing. And that was helpful. But at the end of the day, I switched to my perceptions, and that made all the difference. And so today, when I was working with a client, this notion came up, and what was shown was really fascinating. So it's kind of hopefully useful in any context where you might think you're overcome by something. Because what they said was, yeah, there's like darkness, there are dark entities, there is dark, but and you don't have to have it to be part of your reality. When and you create the connection through your neural pathways in your brain and through your thoughts. So when you have a thought that lingers about something in the negative, we'll call it in the negative zone, and that could be fear, destruction, self-destructive thoughts, unworthiness, something or someone is out to get me, anything like that. When you have, like, you start with a thought like that and it starts to compound, it actually starts to create the energy of the darkness. Now, you can imagine that means it creates like the vibrational field of fear or unworthiness or abandonment, or someone's out to get me. It's like I'm seeing it very differently and very clearly now. Like, you create it in your mind by the thought. If you never have the thought, you never have the entity anywhere near you, and it doesn't exist because it wasn't a thought. So is it even only a thought? Maybe so. I don't know the answer to this, but maybe so. Maybe it's only a thought that creates it and makes it real. I mean, we are the creators of our reality, and this is kind of a crazy question. So I guess I just want to say, take that to heed. Like, when you have a negative thought and you start to perpetuate it, notice how, like, it feels like inside the brain complex, inside our being, it can easily start create like a dark vacuum of or siphon or funnel or whatever you want to call it, of thoughts like, oh my gosh, something or someone is out to get me, or there is like something connected to me that's dark. If you keep repeating that, you make it real, and it is real, and you're going to feel it. You're going to think you're such an empath. You feel it. You're going to talk about it. You're realizing it and making it real. Isn't that fascinating? So on the flip side, you can do that with the positive. And, you know, there's plenty of other videos about that. So I'm going to kind of leave it at this for the sake of this just clarifying voyage that I just had with the guides, that be very mindful of your thoughts and be very mindful in context, because we're in a time where our thoughts, we're learning how powerful we are, and it can be quite detrimental to have dark, shadowy, self-denigrating, self-harming thoughts. And, it only takes one to get in there and niggle and create a vacuum. And essentially, like, if there is someone out there, for instance, that does not have your highest good in intention, in their intentions, and wants something from you or wants to take advantage of you, think about that. It would be in that state where you're weakened and you have like already a combination of your own, say, self-denigrating thoughts, and then their own eager to take you kind of thoughts. So in the context of even wondering or thinking, can someone really take advantage of me? The guy, that was where the conversation started. And it's kind of like it was in that context. Yes, they can if you allow it, and but you're the one playing the role of allowing it. That's the only way someone can take our power, really. I mean, unless we're held at gunpoint, for instance, or something super drastic, right? But even so, there are arguments that we are still in our power. We're not talking about situations like that. We're talking about like times when ego and the human nature is involved, and what you can do to stay in alignment and stay in sovereignty, and just the pure innocent knowing that your thoughts create your reality, and that your reality is created when thoughts are perpetuated, whether they're in the light or in the dark, or say in the high frequency zone or the low frequency zone. So I'm trusting that makes sense. And I'd love to hear comments if you, appreciate this line of thinking or what your thoughts are, because the main point was like, in the context of, can someone else really harm you? They can when you're weak, when you're in a weakened state. And that weakened state usually has come naturally by your own self weakening yourself, if that makes sense. It might have been started by what someone did to you, but it's perpetuated by you or us continuing to think the line of thoughts that are self-harming, that are not helpful, that are dark, that are that encompass a belief system, in the say in the shadow, in the dark. So I hope this is illuminating. It was to me, that's so much that I just wanted to hop on and share. Be sure you subscribe if you want more tidbits like this, because I love to share wisdom from the universe and the guides. And so do subscribe, and I'll see you